the Underlord specifically, be good because you've already got the Shadow Fiend and he'll kill everyone and everything if you've got the lockdown.
Ooh. Is this going to be one of those awful Greaves storms so that he can get rid of the root, do you think? Because he's seen that a few times.
I don't think you do. I think it's only viable against...
when it comes to the groups matchup. So it does seem to be a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors matchup.
These two teams are very close. I think Aurora has like the ultimate vibe of the patch. Liquid just insane as a team right now in terms of what they've been able to build over the last month. I think we'll claim first blood in this series. It'll go to the Underlord too. Super nice here.
I mean, all the things that you want to see from Liquid start here and now, which is tempo, tempo, tempo. And they have already gotten one first blood, and now they're looking at a second blood potentially. Double stun, though, goes out. Tofu's going to be in some trouble. Blood grenade. A wand is not going to save him here. Liquid overstepped themselves, and now Ace is possibly going to die as well as he's going to start getting hit by the next round of raises. SF is actually out of mana, but they'll be able to maybe get it with the Remnant hit. Maybe just the right clicks. Nightfall's going to stick with him. 15 mana in order to get another raise. It seems like the right clicks are going to be just enough.
That was expensive for Lornoff. I'm surprised he committed like that with Storm. I think the fact you got Liquid to ban their own Puck and Ember in that last phase was a win for Aurora. However, I feel that Quap is a more influential pick than Storm in terms of that last exchange. So I feel like Liquid won that last exchange. I think this Quap is pretty nasty.
Boxy really far forward here. The roll is going to be hitting Mira. Nightfall is going to make the chase and help get the kill. Once again, Nightfall is off to a blazing start at this rate.
Because it slowed them down and they didn't get to, go behind, kill a range keeper or do anything like that. And the camp spawned. They're going to kill him again. You can get in front of him here.
Boxy.
They need to. He's just chain feeding. This is an absolute disaster for Liquid's offlane. We've seen some of these Earth Spirits starts to be rough, especially with Warlock heal behind him. Might be able to find Cowrie.
And trying to bait him in right now. Disruption into the roll in. That'll do a lot of damage, and I think he is 100% dead, especially with the early hits of both the Shadow Poison and that innate building up. But as you said, can't do anything to the Tidehunter, so does it really matter?
Dude, he's just smacking him.
If you kill the support, but if the offlaner is still able to play the lane like normal, like...
Here you don't really have anything helping the DK out. It's more of a traditional Liquid, like 1-2 double semi-carry line.
I'm actually going to try. Hit him with 3 poisons.
I don't know about
stun,
this play.
But yeah, this is not going to be enough. And in fact, if anything, the supports are going to be in some trouble here. WS does take a lot of damage, but so is Tofu, and he's going to be run down here. Both Mira and Cowrie chasing him down, and they'll finish him off with a lane ward position that will be immediately dewarded. So
not really worth the obs.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Bringing the supports mid for 6-minute power rune. So little mana on this Storm, though. This fight seems a little difficult for Aurora. Maybe they're just going to try and harass Nisha down.
Make an early go, but with the roll in, Mira slowed down. Didn't get the kickback on him. Kicked a boulder instead. Sonic Wave will finish him off. Now the disruption with the build-up of damage on Kaori. It's going to be some trouble here. They might actually be able to get a double. Oh, he blinked into an SF who picked up the amp damage. What a rotation from Nightfall.
Got it. Nobody expected that play.
No.
Like, this is not the carry player you expect to be pulling some sort of Yatoro SF.
Oh my god, look at him go!
He might get him here.
He's gonna dig. He's definitely gonna get him. Oh. There's someone in their trees.
That's kind of unlucky for him in a way. Like the fact Tofu's staying around. Yeah, now he sees him. He's gonna go back.
Oh, this is really awkward. Tofu, disruption. They're just trying to keep Lornoff in a situation where Nisha can come in and clean him up, but with the Sonic, with the no Sonic Wave, and with the Requiem being used,
look at that.
and Nightfall's just gonna get. Oh my god,
does that hit him?
Oh, it hit him during that dodge period.
Yeah.
He's going to get the deny of the neutrals instead. Still, though, I mean, Nightfall just bailed out Lornoff's game twice in a row.
That was a massive move from him. Not only for his game, but like you said, for the Storms, just for the tempo that Liquid are trying to present. Anytime you can bring numbers against Liquid, I think it's a great idea.
They just got double shrined. I mean, Aurora is just running away with this game at this point.
He has lasting presence stacks for all these kills. It makes a huge difference. Saw how hard he was hitting with that DD. Nice little heads-up call from Aurora. This will open up that triangle where they're going to try and look for any stacks that are lingering.
The stacks were already taken by Ace earlier, but they can catch him farming a new ancient camp. Pull him back into the golem here. WS doesn't even need to use much here. Just the finger of death will put down Ace.
Nice little Cobalt Cup.
I can't help but thinking the timing of this is just a little bit off. you give the Lion a lane for a minute and a half, he will have Blink Dagger. And I think that makes a world of difference. WS might be forced into a Ravage here. Or maybe he just accepts death. And he's just going to accept it. Not much else he could do.
DK lingering in the area gives you the extra kill power there. It's going to be nice against Earth Spirit Silence later. It's a very annoying spell in the fights. Just, would you rather have BKB, probably?
Yeah, I mean, you could just farm up the BKB. Dragon Tail into a follow-up stun. Here's a close call, but Lornoff with the Guardian Greaves will be okay here. Now the Ravage Requiem combo hits Liquid, and with the Fatal Bonds, even these tanky boys, short work is made of them as Mickey is the first of all here. Good armlet toggles. Doubt he'll be able to pull that off like 5 different times. That'd be the requirement. Mira drops the ward, does not get Nisha in time, though. Log zip. No, not the storm chasing after Nisha. Until maybe you get Crimson Guard and BKB? Maybe? Right initiation? Maybe? Better initiation is definitely going to be found by Aurora time and time again as the Blink Dagger for the Lion, and a Storm Spirit makes things pretty easy for them.
And that's why it's dangerous to shove that mid lane with the single core. So it will be Galvanized stacks.
Look at Nightfall already setting up on this bottom lane. Liquid, they want to be able to push out some of these other lanes, but a no BKB Dragonite pulled directly into the Requiem, and a Golem dropped on him just for good measure. Let's go ahead and take that final tier 2. Ace came through for this. That's a pretty crazy move. Lornoff almost got caught there. They are going to jump in on Nisha, immediately met by the Hex, and now he's dead.
Didn't even Ravage him.
Liquid seem all out of sorts, man.
It's really tough to take these fights. And that's another fight you get dragged into before the DK BKB.
Yeah, say what you want. Draft-wise, I don't even think you can judge draft too heavily here in this game. Liquid just, from the start of the game, have looked perhaps the worst that we've seen them the entirety of DreamLeague.
They're just getting outmaneuvered from laning stage onwards. Now you're just getting run down in your base. I mean, this is turning very one-sided very quickly.
Aurora are going to smoke stacked on top of their own tier 1 tower. They have been reading Liquid this entire time. They are going to make the jump on the SF here. Try and take away that Aegis right away. They got him once, but he's going to come back in a second life, and Lornoff is going to make sure they stick around for that second life. The SF is back up into play. The BKB is going to wear thin pretty soon for the Storm Spirit, so he starts dipping away, but now Mira's going to catch somebody. Putting himself in a position, gets the Hex onto the Dragonite in the back lines. Lornoff now follows it up with a Finger of Death, and there is the 2 hits from the Shadow Fiend. That's all you really need. Another 2 hits kills the Underlord, another 2 kills Tofu. It's just 1 by 1. Heroes of Liquid getting 2 shot.
They could not disengage. Critting for 1,200 right now. It's Liquid just smoking out, trying to find anything. Be amazing if they found this stuff right now.
No BKB, Shadow Fiend. Like, this is
it's close to being
an
range.
Insanely good pickoff.
Yeah,
Take him back into the rest of the team, and he's dead.
No BKB, no Nightfall.
I feel like Aurora have played a flawless game, I think, for 30 minutes.
Pinging Ace top, that would be a tough guy to go on first.
Looking for the Ravage opportunity. Mickey, he's going to show, immediately Ravaged. All in, try and kick him away. He got off the BKB. The Finger of Death was not enough damage. Now the Dragon Tail and the Storm Spirit, who also gets purged out of his shield rune. Disruption real quick on Anisha to make sure he's okay, but now the break is put on the poor old Underlord. Had all the damage from Aurora thrown at him. They didn't get their first target or their second target, but somebody was going to die for that.
Lucky to get the DK out of there.
Oh, kick in on the SF, what a play! He does pop his BKB immediately. Liquid free disengage off of that one. As long as the Quap survives, then this is pretty good for Liquid. They're going to go back in off of this one. Roll in after Lornoff. Lornoff popping his BKB. Sonic Wave didn't complete a kill just yet. Trying to hit the daggers. He just dips away, jumping into the middle of everyone. There goes Boxy.
Where'd you go, son?
I think he was hoping to get a kick back there, but got a Hex before he could do so.
He got kicked in the head.
Got a concussion after that one.
They just have so much sustain. They just back up to full here.
Hex, Nisha, Tofu, disruption last second, but he's so low here. Any spell covers him and just instantly kills Nisha on
no buy.
Coming out of the disruption, no buyback. So
they're just so far ahead. Keep the Unrolled in front. Try and defend these racks, but your DK form is out.
Boxy gonna be jumped. That is a die back for him. Now they go back to Ace. And this SF makes short work of anybody. If there's nobody threatening him and he's just swinging, the game is over.
That's been the story of the game. I mean, they found the one kill on him, but otherwise Nightfall with a perfect performance here shows you why this hero is so terrifying to give away. Even if you get answers for him in theory, he ramps up so quickly, he just pulls ahead and never looks back because he delivers you all your objectives, he gives you your high ground. I don't think Liquid were necessarily super outdrafted here. I think looking back, they probably had to make some more early moves with the Queen and DK going into that SF lane. Not just to kill the SF, but take that tower.
It's a little bit too low on the damage end of things, and if Aurora gets online, they become tanky bears. This lane is also crap. Void Spirit is very bad against Beast lane.
Why?
Because you just suck at killing the boars. And so much about Beast lanes is, can you kill the boars? And if you can't, then you lose the lane because he out-harasses you.
Incorrect, Austin. They are all horned.
You're so stupid.
All 5 of them have 2 horns.
Why?
Now, if we look at all of Liquid
Warlock has horns?
with his cosmetics that he has adorned, yes.
Those are eyebrows.
No, look at his horns.
He just has over-the-top anime-esque eyebrows.
No, those are horns. They are all carrying or wielding staff-like weapons. This is the horns versus the staves.
Okay.
I'm not talking about line dancing. Quick rotations with the carry to alleviate or create some pressure on the map to open up those tier 1s. And I remarked that the DK is not the Monkey King.
This battle just keeps on happening. This top lane, Tofu is going to die with really not much of a rebuttal, I assume. Mickey will be able to get the Jingu stacks.
That's something for fabled strategy from the olden times. I do like the Beast pick. I think it's a scary hero for Liquid to try and deal with coming out last.
Set a trap on Mira. They do have the 2 heroes that if you could just keep swinging on a single hero, you're definitely going to win that fight.
Damn. Especially with some of the armor getting decreased from the Dazzle. Monkey King just offloading super high physical with the Jingu.
Ooh. WS trying to juke, but Tofu's sticking in front of him pretty well, and they do some nice harassment damage.
It's going to make this lane look a lot closer than it is in the end. Monkey King Dazzle, not a lot.
Mira dies. He shows up in mid lane, and Nisha, he had a Fairy Fire. He had a ton of Magic Wand charges. He will be able to get off none of them.
Perfect blind rotation, and that is why you go 2-1-0.
What are you going to do? Like, is Boxy really going to help this situation? But simultaneously, is he doing anything to stop the Abaddon? They managed to get the roar off. Now here comes the chain disables. Now with Tofu behind, it's not like the Void Spirit is likely to die here, but it is just more pressure on this tower. More and more Siege Wagon hits as the tower is now almost dead. Still trying to catch him, Mickey. He's going to come through the gate, and they will catch Nightfall that way. So it's not just the Clockwork, it's the Monkey King as well. That's how they upset things.
That's the kind of rotation they needed last game, and it's going to make a huge difference here. It's going to put damage on the tower, get a lot more farm for Ace, put some pressure on the map.
Lauren off here, Blood Grenade, and they're going to get some damage done. He had a lot of heal due to a ton of Magic Wand charges. Now Tofu's going to pay the price. He's certainly dead.
His axes just do so much damage. Aurora playing through this last pick mid. Super strong hero to play through here in the early game. This is the point of attack for Liquid. The more Nightfall can sit down here and not die, defend this area, this is creating space for that.
Towers one shot. They're going to go for it. Immediately get roared up. Boxy, he's trying to get it. He's going to go. Oh, and he didn't finish it off. He has to stop his TP in order to get it. Meanwhile, Ace will be run down as well as probably Boxy. Actually, Tranquil Boots keeps him alive. Fatal Bonds was not quite enough. He doesn't have a TP, so he's kind of...
It's going to be tough in the early game until you're able to connect on Lasso or just lock heroes in a Cogs, Wukong, something like this. Mira
missed the Remnant. Mira... That's going to be awkward. They're going to get impaled. At least the Monkey King here. They can't get the kill, and now Mickey is in trouble. Look at Mira. He's actually healing up to the Warlock kills. Shalgrave did go off, and they're going to try and bail out Mickey. Mickey's going to turn around with a Boundless Strike. That was actually pretty nifty there. Once again, the Dazzle is making all the difference in the world for Liquid.
Bond's going to take him out? No. Survives the Bonds as well. This Dazzle is really causing Aurora problems in this game because they're just so single target focused. There is so much early game in this Liquid lineup. And Nisha hasting for the Wisdom Shrine.
Doesn't stick around for the Wisdom Shrine. Wants the kill on Mira. They will have that kill. Boxy is going to be in a weird position, though. Nisha feels like he can't do enough damage to threaten the Warlock. The Ace is going to come over, though. They actually have many, many heroes. All three of the cores are going to join in on this fight. Nightfall.
Four-man
Man, look at how much damage he was taking. That Bond's going to kill Boxy, do a lot of damage. Ace is going to die here as well. This time it's Liquid overextending.
What was it even for? The shrine was already gone.
Yeah.
Like, you're coming in late with your cores, and you're fighting... But it's going to feel real bad if you go these two items and don't get some kills and fights out of it.
Boxy knows Mira's here. He has that really, really deep laning ward. So he is going to surround them here, though the Dazzle being caught first is a little awkward. They still catch Mira inside the cogs. Nightfall, very importantly, is going to get out initially here. His ultimate got popped, though, and that's going to be trouble because he is so close to his Radiance. If he dies here, it is going to slow him down a lot.
Great rotation from Nisha. Pick up the big core at the end. That's what they need in this game. More pickoffs like that. Just not been finding the same impact they used to due to the nerf to the item and the timings.
35% win rate.
Yeah, it's rough. So I don't really have faith in this hero.
Got Aurora in the Monkey King. Tofu's behind him, though, once again. The shallow grave causes issues. Let's see how much heals they can get. Mickey gets up to about half his HP here. Tries to get off his ultimate. It's not going to be good enough. And now the Dazzle is stuck here. The 5-stack of Aurora beating out Liquid, outmaneuvering them. They just get to the position faster than Liquid does. If they just only look for team fights like they did in Game 1, I do not feel good about Liquid's chances. I feel like they definitely got to rat out the map. Try and split Aurora up because their aura stack is so strong right now. Catching Nightfall solo, that's a nice start to things. See if they can get that ultimate to be popped, and they do indeed. 2 people get stunned off of that entrance from Mira, but there's the Hex in return. Nisha's going to come into the middle of this one. Upheaval Stomp hit from WS is really nice. There goes the pipe, and that means all these heroes are going to stop taking damage. Wukong's command does go out trying to help him out. Nightfall, with his ultimate gone, is going to try and tip away here. Dissimulate from Nisha, brought a little bit low, but is able to reset. The Dazzle is keeping everybody healthy enough that Liquid are going to chase for more. Getting Lornoff would be massive here. He does have that Aegis. They got to be careful of these drums going off, especially with the direct damage that comes out as that Finger of Death blows up a hero. Now Liquid have overextended themselves, and they are just getting whooped by this Fatal Bonds. It is killing all of their heroes.
Similar to the fight that did not go well for Liquid there earlier. Felt like they had an advantage. They want to chase heroes down. That's how the lineup's supposed to function. Still have Aegis. Oh, it's a Beastmaster for 20 seconds during that play. Ooh, ready for that one.
They were, but so is Liquid. They were set behind him. And Ace doesn't even require the shallow grave yet. WS is almost dead immediately as Mickey puts some serious harm on him and threatens Nightfall as well. Borrow time is going to go off in a second here. Got the Hex onto Nisha, though. And now Lornoff jumps the Dazzle. The Dazzle's going to be in some trouble. The Dazzle is just dead right away. Lornoff, though, has used all of his damage. And Mickey, his damage is intense, man. That physical damage with the Desu is doing some work. Still, they've dealt with one core. Can they deal with the other? Nightfall's pushing forward. They can manage to get the Hex and the Monkey King. Without the save of the Dazzle, he's reliant on his own saves with the Jinko, and it's not good enough. They couldn't stop him. Nisha, he now makes a run for it behind the tier 3. He will stay alive, but Aurora, even with losing Lornoff, still win the fight.
I see WS tipping Boxy. It's the benefit of the Abaddon pick. It's going to negate the Bat Rider's damage presence a lot. Forces them into a pure utility role.
Initiation on the Monkey King. Tofu is not in the neighborhood to bail him out this time. Tofu TP's in. It's a bit too late. Now it'll be Boxy to die as well. Aurora picking up steam here, a 7,000 net worth lead now.
They picked this clock to kind of get on the backline here.
Getting in there and being able to focus the hero down.
And I think it's been a trend for Liquid in the games they've struggled. It's been against Dream Protector or some of these lineups that prevent the all-in early on in the fight.
See Smoke at a break. High ground ward immediately tries to... Oh, what a blink away from Lornoff. Still to blink forward from Noxy. Does manage to still catch Lornoff. The follow-up is there. Wukong's command goes off before the Primal Roar. Very important. That means in Aurora, they kind of got to reset a little bit here. WS already used the Stampede, so he's in an awkward spot. He's in trouble, and he's going to die. The Lasso on the Warlock brings back a second kill for Liquid. Very close margins on that team fight and that initiation.
Force the Roche.
This is going to be very close. I mean, you got 20 seconds till it swamps over to the other side. Smoke up from Aurora. It's going to break. Lornoff, he's going to be the one targeted. Instant Hex on Nisha, but the Wukong's command went out. Aurora, reset, reset, reset. Ace trying to keep Nightfall in an area where they can still force Aurora to fight into this AoE. And Lornoff's going to oblige. He's going to jump in, hits the roar onto Nisha, trying to target him down. The Shalgrave's going to go off the last second here, helping out Nisha. See if they can fight through this without the Wukong's command. Nightfall's trying to hit some heroes, and he does manage to at least get Tofu. Mickey finds that he just cannot seem to do enough damage, and what a stomp from WS, catching the two of them, and that is looking very pretty. They're going to run down both of these cores, as well as Boxy, who tried to interfere. Aurora played that so much better this time around. Kite around.
Resetting heroes positionally. Not fun for the Clockwork, not fun for the Monkey King. Even the Bat Rider having to play against the Photic Shield.
Nisha, the talent there of the outer ring, gets him pretty far, not far enough. Lornoff tracks him down, hits him with the roar, and that'll be the death of Nisha. 25-15, Aurora have taken over this game now.
They're just looking better today.
14K up. They're going to jam it into the high ground. You can't rat install this game. It's going to come to a head at a high ground defense. Orchid on Tofu, trouble, Psychic Headband trying to save him. Does not change a thing. Mass TP's coming in onto that outpost. Aurora, a second pickoff. Now high ground prime for the taking, perhaps. WS, get a little ambitious by himself here initially. What a Manta dodge there. Hookshot comes in, very much needed, but it's still not enough. Lornoff was able to follow through with the roar. Now it's 4 dead. The high ground is not just free for the taking, it is utterly Aurora's.
This game has crumbled for Liquid in the last 5 minutes. Their lineup was supposed to get it hurt early, make moves around the gates with the Monkey, snowball this game. They basically never held a lead. It was Aurora the entire time.
Look at Boxy desperately trying to run out and cut one of the waves so they could stop all this, but now that is a 5th hero. That is effectively a team wipe. 2 lanes of barracks minimum here for Aurora with 2.5 minutes left on the Aegis. Who cares? He loses a little bit of net worth. Liquid ultimately still missing an entire hero.
They catch the Void Spirit, stop the TP. So Nisha, no way back to base here.
And inside of that base, Mickey is trying to hold it together here, but the Megas are going to be taken even as they kill Lornoff once. Even if they can kill him twice, permanent damage being done to Liquid. Shallow Grave has to be used on Tofu. That means Mickey is free. And with him falling, Nisha comes back in, but now he finds that he has no damage left. 60 seconds for Aurora to take tier 4s. Take the Ancient, it's not even required. Liquid will concede. This is a fast 2-0 for Aurora, straight to the grand finals.
They get their revenge from that group stage series. Definitely leveled up today. Starting to refine their form after dropping some of those matches. And Liquid, they got 2-0 in the upper bracket final, 2-0 in lower bracket final, and just out. The level of execution is a lot higher. Like, this kind of lineup for Liquid is something they're probably happy to play 9 times out of 10. But you have to make those early moves. Those ganks have to connect for the Monkey. He has to be 5-0, 6-0. We've seen that happen.